Sloan Street doing Arrington-Bey. It is about 9:30 a.m. or a little bit over. And I'm extended stay in America. I just got up not too long ago. I woke up back and forth a little bit, you know. You know how you wake up in the middle of the night? I did that a few times. So, but I just want to say Islam to you. Oh, I forgot something for a moment. I forgot something. One moment. Okay. I forgot something. This. So I'm going to start. I have already started, but continue writing in and manifesting what I would like in reference to my life, in connection with you. And I hope that you are doing the same. Um, so um, I was just thinking about how. Um, well, I always knew I can manifest because things were coming about, but I didn't know it was manifest. I know I didn't. I didn't always. I knew my Akashic records know, but I didn't know I was meant. I didn't know the what I was doing was manifesting. So it's like now I have to, now that I knew because of seeing sticky notes. I see sticky notes, a lot of sticky notes of why I'm me being in Annapolis. A lot of sticky notes. So um, so I knew. So I was coming here before I knew. I mean, I was predestined to come to Annapolis, and I think spirits in Annapolis, ancient spirits in Annapolis, and this over here. They do have a slave port here, but I think it's even ancient, more ancient than that. They have a slave port where they brought so-called African, it could have been African slaves from Africa here. So that could be the descendants of a lot of blacks here. They could have come from different parts of West Africa. They could have. It's not saying, but what some more say, where are the slave ships? If that has happened, they haven't found one slave ship yet in reference to wreckage. So if they can find all this other document, all this other history or whatever, wreckage, pyramids and so forth, why can't they find slave ships um, underwater? But nonetheless, there are blacks here. So the blacks here have been here for a little while. Now, have they always been here? I'm not sure. And I'm not quite sure if the blacks always been here or if they were considered a form of the Indian before, or Native American or indigenous before. I'm not quite sure, but I know that some very ancient spirits are here in Annapolis, and it's very ancient. It's not like 400, 500 years ago, 700, 800 years ago. I'm saying some ancient spirits, like all over this landmass, are here. Ancient spirits, um, and what is being shown is of spiritually justice. There's there's justice being demonstrated because there's a lot of unclean, unnatural spirits here, and there's a cycle of energy that has that should not be. on any part of the earth, but it's definitely or on this landmass. But what I'm experiencing and what I'm tuning, what I see now is some very ancient spirits are here, and they are everywhere. And they probably monuments and so forth have been covered up. I'm deep down in Annapolis. So what's being demonstrated now is what I asked. Spiritual. I asked why, and demonstrate how spirits of Allah. Because the spirits of Allah, time never was when man was not. So I know, and man, M-A-N, is a thought of Allah. So that means time never was when man was not, and man is a thought of Allah. So thoughts of Allah manifested. And so, and thought Allah is in man, Islam. So, and man is of Allah. So, what I'm getting at is, those that are unclean and unnatural, they can only go back and think, but so far. But I'm saying, Sheikh Dwayne Baffle Bay, there's, I am attuning with ancient. Time never was when man was not spirits in Annapolis, and they are in, and so the justice of cleansing is what I'm experiencing and what I see. So it's interesting to know that more herbs. So I'm cleansing. Imani and I are cleansing our bodies with more herbs. Eating plant-based vegan food. Um, this is what correlates to the chemistry of our body. Okay, so we've been cleansing, drinking water, and so forth, and yet, and so these are all natural, organic energies and spirits that we're cleansing with. But yet, I'm giving testimony of unnatural humanoid robots, like energies, unnatural, unnaturalized, outside of natural law, constantly invading, and other forms of unnatural spirits. So, so what I'm attuning with and what I'm thinking about right now is, there's a lot of ancient spirits here in Annapolis that I connected with, and that's what brought me here. Okay, because I had a choice. Money and I, we could have stayed in Baltimore, or we could have came to Annapolis. We chose Annapolis, and when I came to Annapolis, I remember just. I remember looking up at the sky, and in so many words, and a lot of times I would see the chemtrails. They call them chemtrails, especially when I would be looking up at the sky. Chemtrails, like really flying all over. When we first came here, I don't look up there anymore because I mean, I do look up at the sky definitely, but I don't pay attention to the chemtrails like before. I don't give them that attention like I used to. But we were like we would just gaze at the stars, and because we were out at night, so we would be gazing at the stars, and then the next day I'll see a lot of chemtrails, and now so now we know how to look at the cosmos without a telescope. We can through different apps we can actually look at the cosmos and see what's going on in the cosmos. So to make a long story short, manifestation. But I don't want to manifest without it's like manifest. I don't see manifestation can turn into a form of witchcraft in a negative way. So that's why it's important to, when you manifest with someone, that y'all on the same page. It's very important to do that, because when you're on the same page, it's not witchcraft or abuse. So when you have two people, who, or two energies, I want to say two energies, who are experiencing a form of love, and they start to manifest together, but one is feeling a little out of control, in reference to, because everything should be done through the higher self, with the divine higher self. And so in that manifestation together, the lower self starts to have more control than the higher self, where the energy of the two that are experiencing love and in a connection starts to wobble because of the lower self energy. And I think this is the same in initiations, in sciences. The higher self has to be there. Because I think that is one of the major downfalls of us as ancient ones. Extremely, time never was when men was not. Because you had priests on different side of the line. You had priests that knew sciences they could tell you about yourself. They were very astute, but they were low. They were on a lower level, or a lower realm, in reference to the higher self. And so those priests would never allow you to know this, but they in reincarnation, they reincarnate into that same thing until they know more, until there's something in the timeline that changed so drastically where they're no more Islam, and they have transitioned into something else, another energy that the cosmos, the universe, which is all in connection to the higher self, the divine higher self, is able to harmonize with. So that those priests that have that are very astute and so forth, they would never. Maybe they would, those that have been initiated in the same form, but they would not let you know, because if you knew that they were doomed to death, would you look at them and listen to them and give them your energy of thought? No, you wouldn't. So and they need that energy of thought. Okay? Priests and priestesses. But on the other hand, there are priests and priestesses that attuned to the higher self, and they knew how to correlate the energies and harmonize that energy, the divine higher self, with the cosmos, the earth, and therefore they knew the importance, and they knew that this was I'm not trying to make sure that I use the right thoughts, because my thoughts, I'm experiencing engagements. But once again, I'm going to tell you this. My sacred melon, Allah uses all. It's a skill to learn how to use these thoughts, but Allah uses all. So that those priests and priestesses that specialized in attuning and astute in sciences and harmonizing with the divine higher self and cosmos, they lived on for eternity. and receive many, 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 many forms of blessings. Islam. So, or some more say don't say blessings, favor. Okay. Some more have put a negative term. They said definition of blessing is negative. I'm not sure how true it is. I never read it about that. But I guess you could put energy with energy with a word, no matter what word it is. But some words definitely has an energy to it. So I would say favor until I read about it. So what I'm trying to get at is that when you manifest with someone, Sheikh Dwayne Baffa, and I think it's important that the divine higher self is um, intact. And so, for example, I would like to manifest if in the will of Allah, which is my highest self, not a energy outside of me, but yes, there's the spirit of Allah is out. I say outside of me, but that spirits of Allah inside of me too. So it's like that divine feminine energy, that divine um sacred energy, my sacred male, and all that is um helping me manifest in a divine higher self, so that my higher self, my divine higher self, I want to say I would like to manifest with you, and us union together in divine spirits of truth and purity on the physical plane, because I when the spirits of truth am your wife in the spirits of truth and purity. But also, I should be your wife on the physical plane as well, and not out of guilt, but just because it is what it is, Islam. So this is what I'm saying to you, Sheikh Dwayne Baffa. Um, I don't want to manifest with you if you're not manifesting with me, because then it can flip to the other side and turn into witchcraft. So then it's like a control over someone that's not in purity. And what happens is that union starts to crumble and break, because you're dealing with energies of the lower self, and it's already been destined and prophesied, and I have fruition that the lower self will fade away. So if you are connecting with the lower self, an energy that's already been destined, already prophesied, and when you hear the whisper of Allah that it's going to fade away, then why would you manifest in that manner? Because the manifestation that you did will fade away. Islam the foundation is not there. It's not strong. It's not in truth. Truth is of the highest self. The foundation will not be strong. So this is why my spirit's been telling me to take my time and write it in this book about us. Don't rush it, because I've had this book for a while, and I'm telling you, I haven't written in it I have many, many books. One time I was upset, and I wrote in it. I had to tear it out because I knew I was upset, and this is not what I brought this book for. I didn't buy this book for this. I bought this book for manifestation. I'm getting another one, but this one, I said this is definitely for manifestation, and major reason between you and I, the cosmos, and what I would like for us, Imani and I, to be. So that's why I have been slowly. The intuition told me not to write in the book. Not until I'm more balanced. So um anyway, so that's it. I'll talk to you later. And let me think. Is there something else I want to say? I'm making cocoa, and I have a few things I need to do to take care of business, but I'm going to try to rest more so today. Islam. I'll be sending you videos of my reading, if that's okay. I think it is, but and so forth. The manifestation, I would like, let me make it clear that we consummate our vows on the sacred, on this physical plane, as we did in the ethers. That you and I um, union with Imani. That you are a light in my life of freedom and your divine highest self. Because you have your covenants still connected to you. Your covenants are still connected to you. You are still honoring your divine covenants. My covenants are still of the Most High. These is still connected to me, and I am honoring my divine covenants. That we manifest life together. Life. That we allow this book of us meeting to continue to unfold and allow true happiness to flow. True happiness through purity, which then happiness turns into joy through the divine highest self. Islam. So I'm gonna send this to you in an email, Islam, and I'll try to send it to you as much as possible, as much as possible in many emails, and through truth. I believe you will do the right thing, and the right thing is acceptance or non-acceptance. And if it's non-acceptance of this manifestation, I believe and have fruition. You have courage, Sheikh Dwayne Bey. Courage to inform and do right, be right, walk right, righteous, acceptance, do right, be right, walk right, righteous. Islam Sheikh Dwayne Bey. I'm Ron Arrington-Bey, your wife. It is August the 22nd, 2022. It is Moon Day.